Speaker of the House Mike Johnson has had a series of rather unfortunate events leading to even Marjorie Taylor Greene going, Mike, be crazy. And when you're getting called crazy by Marge, something's wrong. Let me show you the most recent example, and then I'll look at the Corey Mills one again, and that's what Marjorie Greene weighed in on. But he had a little bit of a whoopsie rhetorically in response to this, which was the Political Report about young Republicans, which does not mean children. It means up to 40-year-olds, and 30 was one of them. So these younger Republicans in these organizations, one's a state senator, one was in the Trump administration, influential in these different ways in Republican politics, were on this chat together, and they were talking about sending their enemies to gas chambers and affinity for slavery and rape and saying, I love Hitler, and all these different racist things about black people. And we covered that before, and when Mike Johnson was asked about it, he had a Freudian slip. Now, it wasn't as brutal of a Freudian slip as this.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles?
It wasn't to that level, but it was still bad given the subject matter. Here we go.
That's my understanding.
While you watch, please do, if you appreciate the show, click the subscribe button. It is free. Just got to click. That's all you got to do while Jaden is making his standing desk sit during this segment. His legs are getting tired.
That's my understanding. With regard to the swastika thing, this happened last night. A Republican congressman, allegedly one of his staffers had something in the background or something in a Zoom. That's what I heard this morning. He says that that's not his, and there's a proper investigation ongoing, and the congressman did exactly what he should have done, and that is report it. It's under investigation, and I can't comment on it any further until that's done, but I will say, obviously, that is not the principles of the Republican Party. We stand for the founding principles of America. You want me to articulate them for you right now? Individual freedom, limited government, the rule of law, peace through strength, fiscal responsibility, free markets, human dignity.
Did you say limited government? Okay.
the things that lead to human flourishing. We have stood against that. We fought the Nazis. We defended that evil ideology. We defended that evil ideology.
You did what?
Defended that evil ideology.
You defended Nazism after fighting it?
Nazis. We defended that evil ideology.
Ugh.
We roundly condemn it, and anybody in any party who espouses it, we're opposing that.
So I think I might have gotten mixed up. He was responding to a different Nazi scandal. That's weird. I got confused. I thought it was about the text. It was about the congressman with the swastika. Oh, whoops. What a time we're in where there's two Nazi scandals within the Republican Party at the same damn time. Okay, so he was responding to that. And it is wild to ever have to stand up and go, just to clarify, we don't like the Nazis. Can I just put that on the record? Like, I've never, hey everyone, just so you know, the Luke Beasley Show doesn't like Nazis and swastikas. No swastikas here. I've never had to say that. As much as I believe it, I've never had to say it. Then Corey Mills was brought up, as I showed you, I think it was a couple days ago, about his restraining order and his harassment and abuse, alleged abuse of his girlfriends. And the response from Mike Johnson was,
Mr. Speaker, it's been reported for a while. Corey Mills was accused of beating a girlfriend in his D.C. apartment. He was accused of stolen valor by the people that he claimed to have saved on the battlefield that have been on the record said that he did not save them. I mean, this has been happening since the beginning of the year. Are you concerned about these allegations against Corey Mills?
Look, you have to ask Representative Mills about that. I mean, he's been a faithful colleague here. I know his work on the Hill. I mean, I don't know all the details of all the individual allegations and what he's doing in his outside life. You have to ask him about that. Let's talk about things that are really serious. Back row. Go ahead, Scott.
Let's talk about the things that are really serious, not allegations of abuse against members of Congress, which would warrant an ethics investigation and potentially, depending on how far they go, expulsion. But that's fucking not what's serious. And so even Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's on this kick right now, where she's shockingly, disturbingly, frighteningly reasonable on some things, like saying no, I don't think it's no big deal that Corey Mills is being accused of this stuff. Who could have expected this? She said they expelled George Santos. Well, don't bring George Santos into it. It's really just a way for her to defend George Santos. They expelled George Santos. Mike Johnson did. He was speaker and oversaw George Santos being expelled. Why isn't he doing anything about Corey Mills? There's clearly proof behind her allegations that a judge is issuing a restraining order. So I would say to Speaker Johnson, this is a serious matter and it needs to be taken seriously. All right. So now that you're believing some of these allegations, great, Marjorie. Good job. I have a stack of it goes up to the roof in papers of allegations against Trump. You want to take a look at those? Now that you're on this rational kick, you want to take a look? I saw that she said, interesting, clear skies in Washington, D.C. when the government shut down because they're not modifying the weather anymore. And I was like, so such a weird contrast that she's oscillating between making takes that are more normal or more reasonable than normal and then going back to her normal self. But maybe take a look at some of those allegations against Trump. Yeah, it took a certain level of evidence for this restraining order to be issued against Corey Mills concerning should be taken seriously. It also took a lot of evidence for Trump to be found liable of sexually abusing somebody, so that should be taken seriously too. And then Mike Johnson, well, actually, I think he responded specifically to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah, and he was like, oh my gosh, I try not to listen to what she says every day.
Reaction to Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene saying this is a serious issue in regards to Representative Corey Mills and accusing you of hypocrisy over the handling of this situation versus George Santos.
I don't know. I try not to react to what Marjorie Taylor Greene says every day. I did see somebody told me that she accused me of ousting Santos, which of course is the exact opposite of the history. Everyone can go review what happened. I opposed his expulsion from Congress. I voted against it.
I missed some. Are we all pro Santos now? Are all the Republicans, not me, I said our, are y'all pro Santos now?
Advocated to my colleagues not to do that. And you can take George Santos's word for it himself. I think right before he submitted to prison, he did a very friendly social media post about me and how I'd been such a great friend to him and a help to the guy. I had a lot of, I was trying to reach out to him as I would any colleague who's in a difficult situation. And I'll be frank. I talked to George Santos.
Why are you stuttering so much? What is happening? Marjorie freaks him out. Are you scared of Marjorie? Did you hear my UFC ID and you're scared she's going to fight you? Is that what's happening? Why are you so afraid? George Santos, he said he likes me actually, so I'm his best friend. And also,
Santos about redemption and about, God's mercy and grace. So look, I don't know what Marjorie's talking about. Corey Mills, I noted a few days ago when I was asked about Corey Mills, I'm aware of the allegations against him. I'm an attorney, so I'm going to reserve judgment on that, let the legal process play out as I should, as anyone would expect. But what I said about Corey from the podium, I meant he's been...
Okay, I don't care. So there's that. And then Mike Johnson amid the shutdown is saying he does not like being mad Mike. He likes being happy Mike.
I don't like being mad Mike. I want to be happy Mike. I want to be the happy warrior, but I am so...
Y'all thought I was kidding, didn't you? He actually said that.
I don't like being mad Mike. I want to be happy Mike. I want to be the happy warrior, but I am so upset about this. God bless America. We're done. Thanks.
One more time. Lisa, he's not that funny. Let it replay.
I don't like being mad,
Zoom
Mike.
in.
I want to be happy, Mike. I want to be the happy warrior, but I am so upset about this. God bless America. We're done. Thanks.
You don't want to be mad, Mike. You want to be happy, Mike. I think that statement might get your son a notification. So then Jerry Moskowitz said, after Mad Mike, Magic Mike. Oh, it's so dumb. I'm Mad Mike. Happy Mike. Mad Mike. Happy Mike. Kids. That's healthy how he parents. I've told you all before about the circle of trust in my family and how if I was caught lying to my parents, they would never anything physical or even intense verbally. There would never be fear of even being grounded. It would just be this conversation that I would be terrorized by, which was, you've broken our circle of trust. And once the circle of trust is broken, it takes a long time to be mended back to. And I would be like, oh, like other parents, right? Sometimes do things physical. They shout at their kids. They ground their kids. And I don't know why this meant so much, but it was like, no, so I broke the circle. It takes so long for the circle. Literally, it was such a great. Anyways, for Mike Johnson's probably, son, you have Happy Mike, and you made me Mad Mike, and it takes a long time for Mad Mike to be brought back to Happy Mike. Oh goodness, what a freak. He also said this.
Beauty of America. They are decrying the country that allows them to engage in this activity. And the last time I checked, Americans have more freedom right now to express themselves and speak their minds after Republicans took over and ended the years of having millions of Americans' voices systematically silenced during the COVID pandemic years and the left's cancel culture. It is the Republicans that restored your right to share and speak your mind. And that's the first and most obvious irony of the Hate America rally. The second...
Does he believe that? Does he think that the Republicans have been better for free speech than Democrats lately? Have you seen what Trump has been up to? Very disturbing. And he keeps calling it the Hate America rally, which is just so pitiful.